Alright. Okay, gotta go back because I accidentally went... I was a little sleepy for some reason. I went backwards. So I gotta go backwards to get to Ustenheim. Hopefully I won't make any stupid mistakes again. Before I make a stupid mistake. Okay, good. Better call Soul Reaver. Oh god. Don't ask me why I'm here. For some reason I got a brain fart yesterday. I went up going the wrong way. I saved the game. I was like, oh wait, that was the wrong way. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna take a break because I'm clearly tired. So fuck it. I'm here now, doing this. Fucking fly me up. I can't make that jump like that. I have to, I guess. I guess I have to fly from that part. Or I guess I'm not supposed to go that way. I'm trying to get back to Ustenheim. I mean, this would be the way back. I know, shifted to spectators. Oh, there's a ledge, right? Oh, you can barely see a fucking ledge. There we go, never mind. Oh, I need the Dark Reaver for that, though. So how was your day, Eller? I don't think I can make it that far. Oh no, you can. With the air Reaver, you can. Best Reaver in the game. It was sure that we figured we'd make a Korea joke. Something about a sick old Reaver. Okay, there we go. Back to business. I almost fell down there like a moron. There we go. What do you mean it was a short day? You thought it was a boring day, or was it a really awful day? Just a nothing burger there. Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank God the last third of the game doesn't have any fucking demon spawns. Well, no, it does, but it's not like in the second part, where it's like you walk 2 steps and then boom, lightning. There we go, motherfucker. You gotta fight demons. It's like, no, please stop, game. It's amazing how Silver 1 never fucking did that shit. Never. Like, okay, maybe like twice in total the game. Like what? Right before you face Kain. That's like one of the few instances where you actually force into combat. Or right before you interact with Clan. Like 2 times, probably. The slot 2 or 3. 3 times total, I think, is when Silver 1 forces you into combat.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
That's a great line. I didn't remember that line, but that's a fucking great line. The cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer. Remember when Legacy of Kain had good writing? I do. No, this is the Dark Reaver. This was for the Dark Reaver. You got that long ago. Where the fuck do I go? It's a story that you seem to say this is a Legacy of Kain game. Well, okay, yeah, sure. You got a point there. It's a little story, but you know, you have to understand that sometimes. Sometimes you have to acknowledge the bad so you can truly appreciate the good. And it came across as pretentious as fuck. I apologize, but no, seriously, it helps to. It does help you to keep in perspective what's actually good. You have to understand. No, I don't. No, look, Alan, I'm not insane. I know you may be worried because of how. Maybe concerned for my mental health, especially after I watched Meet the Spartans and I kept watching it again and again for like a... well, not again and again, but saw it several times. But I promise you, I'm perfectly sane. No, keep digging yourself deeper. No, come on! I'm not insane, bro. We're always fix time insane. We're trying to give me like the live with Silver 2 so much. There has to be something that was knocked over. Thank God there's no enemies. You know. I know that's fucking weird to say, hey, there's no enemies, that's good, but, you know, Soul River 2 combat. American Psycho the book. That's not fun. I'm gonna read later, so please, yeah, no spoilers for the book, because I know there's stuff in the book that didn't make it into the film. A lot of stuff. I know you say you didn't like it. When I briefly read the book, I thought it was pretty entertaining, but I don't know. It's quite a drag, I'm worried. Oh, you read it too? Holy shit, I feel like I feel so fake. Fakest American Psycho fan ever. You guys read it and I didn't. Only first chapter or so. The one thing I remember trying to read because the film was so funny, I wanted to know more, was Twilight. And Twilight, I thought when I was reading the book, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking boring. The film is hilarious, but the book is fucking boring. The most boring fucking shit. That's it. I think you should watch the film. I think you'll probably enjoy the film more than... If nothing else, it's worth watching for Christian Bale. And I think Eller can give you a good... can agree on that. That Christian Bale was flawless in that film. Legitimately excellent. It's probably his best role, I'd say. If it's not the best role, it's like in the top 3 easily. I see. I have to go that part? Nope. Well, it's interesting you mentioned about the violence because I think I saw an interview with Christian Bale. Yeah, part of the reason they cut the violence in the film, I mean, to my understanding, it's much more graphic in the book, is that uh, well, the film ratings, but also because Christian actually mentioned that they didn't want to glorify the violence. They didn't want to have it come across the wrong way. They wanted to capture the tone, but not, come across as celebrating the sheer violence Bateman commits. At some point, I'll read the book. I apologize if I'm going in circles. I tried to focus on the stream chat and everything. I tried to figure out where the fuck I had to go. Oh, come on! It's barely 12 minutes, and there's already a bot. God damn it, man. The pots are getting out of control. No, this is when I need to return. This will be after I get the Fire Reaver. Do you know any moves in my... Yeah, the new tendency now is AI viewers. Like, what's the point? Why do you want AI viewers to come across as like being a really popular viewer? Is that the idea, to inflate your view count? But like keep it like as make it like seem legit? I'm serious. I have no idea. Why would anyone want that? What the the internet. Here's the save. There's ladders. Where the fuck was it? There was something that gets knocked over. I can't fucking see it because of the damn fog. I think I'm close, I just can't fucking see it. Yeah, this direction is correct, but then what the fuck? Silent Reaver Soul Hill. Soul Hill. That's actually a pretty interesting name for a band. When you think about it. Give me a second, because I'm a little tired. I wanna see because I know we joke about the dead internet theory, but do you guys think it might be it could possibly be true? That we really are, I don't know how to put it. Okay. Stuff I could barely see here. They put a torch there, but it's kind of, because how flat the forge is, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of easy to miss. I kind of wish that the air slots were a bit bigger, at least in this area.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order, their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
Well, just take it. Razio, why do you always take away? Nah, fuck it. I really like the book-like writing with Razio's monologues. You have quite a bit of that in Soul Reaver 1, but I really like how prevalent it is in Soul Reaver 2. Even if people meme about the murals. I like that. It feels a lot more like a book in that regard. That's something I don't often see in games. I don't know. I like how his return to hell was cut off.
Free your soul, demon! There's another one! Free your soul, demon!
I like how his idle animation actually fit pretty well for what's happening. Wow, they're so kind. They didn't attack me. Well, okay. So we're pacifist route.
Guard me, brothers!
Free your soul, demon!
You can't see me, motherfuckers, I'm in the snow! Okay, no, they can.
Over there!
Just fucking shoot me. Wepa! Nice dodge. Metal Gear Reaver section.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle. How to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
I know how. You gotta fart until you fly up. Okay, I'm not making it. Let me kill this guy to get health back. I like how the Seraphim are easier enemies than the fucking demons. That makes sense from a difficulty standpoint. Freddy got Reaver. Oh my god, no! Please, no! Yeah, I suspect I have to swim. Thank God you swim faster with the Air Reaver. That's pretty cool. I actually forgot that you swam faster with it. The Air Reaver is the best Reaver as a result. Otherwise, my chat filter says. So God. Daddy, do you want some salt? Oh God. That is such a fucking weird film.
That's him.
How the fuck can you see me? It's a huge block. Yeah, I guess I have to go this way. Go up, Razio. Don't use the wings when I press the X button. Have special eyes. No, can't do it. That skill wall? No. Really like this song. Forgot about this. Such an eerily quiet theme.
You do not belong in this world, damned one.
Yeah.
Turn to hell.
He says that while. My God, stop blocking! What's he doing running in circles? Soul Reaver 2 combat. Soul Reaver 2 combat in a nutshell. Stop blocking me, Batman forever, please. Yeah, no, sure. I swear to God, I'm pressing the X button again. I guess the timing is a little different from Soul Reaver 1. Alright, now I can fucking see where to go. Over there? No. Where should I have to go? No. Can be the Reaver there, but that's about it.
Free your soul, demon.
Oh, there we go. One thing I've noticed about Soul Reaver 2 level design is that environments are really big, like really big, even for the time period. Whereas Soul Reaver 1's levels were much more closed, so to speak, and much more claustrophobic, I guess you could say. Well, not claustrophobic, but you get what I'm saying. Soul Reaver 2's levels tend to be really fucking big and open. Jump there and jump into that.
Get him.
There's no skill wall.
Free your soul, demon.
There we go. Back again. There's gotta be some. I don't think it's gonna be having to switch to Spectral, right? No, switch to Spectral does absolutely nothing. This is not the right path. Where the hell do I go? Maybe I should go down where the water is. See if there's. Aha! There's an open hole there. Ah, it's blocked. You need a spectral for that. Okay. Well, I figured out I would see the hint there. I guess it was a hint for switching to spectral that I missed. Actually, what I'm curious. Is there any fucking hint you're supposed to shift to spectral to gain access? Because if there is no hint, that's the first time Soul Reaver 2 does not. One of the few times it doesn't outright tell you that you're actually supposed to shift to spectral. Let me see. No, there doesn't seem to be any hints. Are there any spirals? None. What the fuck? I basically guessed it. Kind of weird how it holds your hand with a lot of the spectral puzzles, and then suddenly it says, fuck it, here's a... Oh no. No, it does. It does show you, never mind. It's just that the fog doesn't allow you to fucking see it because the water visuals suck. I'm sorry. I keep bitching about that, but I really hate the fog. I get that. I swear, I'm not trying to find reasons to hate on the game. I like Soul River 2. It's just that there's parts where I'm like, why do you guys do this? This was better than the first game. It's not like the first game didn't have fog either. It did. But, I don't know, Soul River 2 is a lot more obnoxious with it. Combine that with the underwater visuals. Well, fog underwater. Combine that with the visuals. It actually is kind of annoying at times to see what the hell is underwater. Don't take it as a complaint against the remaster or anything. It's just a thing about Soul River 2 that I don't like. Okay. I'll back away. Don't fucking kill me, man. Fucking eyes, man. They got shit like it was fucking gold or something. Well, it actually is kind of gold, I guess. You have to dump blood, I remember. I can't go there without getting bad vaporized. I need a Dark Reaver. Where's the Dark Reaver at? I really like this purple lighting. Shame that the color lighting went out of focus in favor of more realistic lighting really fast, because purple lights are always something I like. I don't know. What do you guys think? This has to be a barrier to destroy this, but I need an air reaver. The thing is, it's guarded by an eye. If I try to go close, it's gonna fucking vaporize me. So I need to blind the eye to get access to the door, to the air reaver, and then come back here and destroy the barrier. I can only find a Dark Reaver forge. Well, not forge, imbue, man. You get the point. Oh. A barrier to serve was a weird bomb film. No! Or maybe he doesn't give a shit if I go there. I'm gonna try. Maybe it doesn't vaporize me if I go from that direction. But there's a 50-50 chance he won't vaporize me. Who knows? Oh no, I didn't. I was overthinking it a bit. Yeah, sometimes I overthink things a bit. I apologize. Seriously, this song is good. You know what? Playing this Soul River 2 made me realize the soundtrack is better than I remembered. It's not as iconic as the Soul River 1 soundtrack, but there's some really good tracks here. I really like Janon's theme. I forgot it was actually quite a good song. What do you guys think of this song? What the fuck are you doing, Raziel? And now I can get the Dark Reaver out from outside. The fuck? Pretty mixed feelings? Why? Do you mean the soundtrack or this? I was talking about this song, not the real soundtrack. Okay, no, it's because I thought maybe you misunderstood. Well, why do you have mixed feelings on the song? Like, what do you... What the fuck is... It's interesting how it uses some of the samples from the Silence Cathedral. Yeah, this part I remember. You have to dump blood. Right here. For this. Oh, you forgot about the blood bridge. That's fucking cool. I remember the dumping blood, but not the blood bridge. Well, then it's been 14 years since I played this game. Can you blame me for not remembering some things? Blood British.
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, engraced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable. The object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Ordrin was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. But I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
Oh! No, I don't have to get the blood yet. Oh, it just spawns. No, I think when I run forward, I really hate how the turning works. This game. Weird, I thought I hit both of them. Thank you. I need to blood bridges. Oh, there's a evil eye on the right. I'm not sure. It's a quick there, but oh, there's light reverse there. Light symbols there. Might need to light reverse soon. Let me see if I can go past if I won't get vaporized. Okay, I didn't get vaporized. Wish I could fucking see where the eye was. I think I'm taking the other direction just to be sure. I think he shouldn't kill me. Oh fuck. I have an eye and an enemy there. I'm gonna need the light Reaver for this. Do we have to be close to them for it to count? Oh, you have to hit that at the same time. I get it. Okay, no, I can't. That one I can't get yet. Oh, but the bridge. Will the eye kill me? Oh, it's one way to find out. Well, it didn't. Get the blood. There's some really cool puzzles in Soul Reaver 2. Like this is seriously one of the best sections of the game. This is actually fun to play compared to most of Soul Reaver 2. Wouldn't you agree, Eller? Now I can blind the eye and kill the other guy. Okay. That was close. Otherwise, we're gonna vaporize. Okay. I'll go here. Bracer. Need air. I do need to baptize this with light to do one of. Right. Yep, I need light now. Where the fuck is light? No, I have to get air first, destroy that, and then... Okay, I get it. The fuck is air? Air. Go, Reaver. Alright, now let's go after light. Oh, let's also enable this to make it a little quicker. Seriously, this Reaver puzzle was really cool. I didn't remember much of this. This was fucking cool. Why couldn't Solar 2 have more stuff like this instead of, oh, let's backtrack and have 50 demons block you with DMC style barriers? Like, god damn, man. Like, I'm starting to get convinced that was just a publisher or executive decision because it just doesn't feel organic in the slightest. I don't know. Yeah, the last Solar 2 might actually be the best part about the game. Shame it's preceded by the worst fucking part about the game. There we go. Another bridge down. Excuse me. What do you think of this Arkham so far? There we go. Now I can get blood over here and unlock another path. Yeah, honestly, I swear to God, I didn't remember this shit. I'm like, wow, this is one of the best fucking parts about the game. Like, this is the one part of Solar 2 that actually aged better than I remember. Well, not remember, but yeah, you get the point. I'm actually really surprised. I wish the rest of the game had been more like this in terms of the actual gameplay. Now we can get blood refresh supply over here and unlock another. Russell starts talking about that in the middle of the puzzle. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? What is he saying? Go. I'm back. Aw, you left. I was praising so we were in this area of the game. This area is really fucking cool. This might be my favorite section of Solar 2. I'm actually surprised how well they age. Like, the last Solar Silver 2 actually is really nice. It has some really great puzzles with this part. I know what the story bits are going to come up. It's actually amazing how well the last Solar 2 is compared to how disastrous the middle act. Honestly, my favorite part is... Yeah, this is fucking cool. The music... I forgot, this is really fucking good. Why couldn't the rest of the game be like this? Like, this is legitimately really fucking cool. Because Ayos. You know, is it fair to say that Daikatana killed Legacy of Kain? Because they forced them into money issues, you know, Ayos. It's possible. Because everyone's like, John Romero allow Deus Ex to exist. Yeah, but he also killed Legacy of Kain and Fear Effect indirectly. Just saying. The Die King Tana. The fact that the both games are have to do with time travel paradoxes and swords, that's way too fucking much of a coincidence. But Daikatana came out a year before Soul River 2 did. It came out in May of 2000, if I recall correctly. Remember his book clears Deus Ex mailed the Daikatana investment back and then some, but I found the sauce. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's a strange claim to make, to say the least. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. Wait, how many Atari Jaguar system units were sold? Hold on a second. How many? It sold like 1,000,000 units, right? There's no way it sold that little. Well, Soul 1 wasn't cut in half. It was more like they cut the last third. Soul 2 is more like they cut like 60% out of it, and probably more. You let us make a smoke is a mission from God. And bear in mind, you know that I really like Soul River 1's cut content, but I still say it's more like the last third. They were still able to repurpose some of the content. There's something I don't understand with why it was cut. Supposedly it was technical reasons, and that's what they claim. But what is that the game has to stream too much, or the areas just simply did not work right with the PS1, and having to cut them down would be effectively redesigning the entire areas? I'm asking this seriously because that's the only thing I've ever seen. 125, 155. Wow! Wow! Holy shit! How the fuck are there Atari Jaguar fans? You're gonna be a fucking masochist to like the Atari Jaguar. And don't say I'm a masochist, okay? Because I know somebody's gonna make a joke. Oh, you're a masochist, future. Hey, I'm playing a mostly good game. Oh. There we go. Ah, god damn it. Well, doesn't matter. I can get the blood back quickly. But what was the game plan then if they couldn't fucking sell that many consoles? What were they, psychotic? Yeah, that's a good way of putting how playing Soul River 2 feels like. The actual good parts are really fucking good. Are easily on the level of Soul River 1 or better. Everything that's not the good parts is either a gigantic downgrade from Soul River 1 or just mediocre at best. And I'm not really sure how much of this can be played to IO's cutting things down. Some of it is how much was the developers being too over ambitious. They probably assumed, oh, we got, you know, we sold, Soul River 1 was sold over 1,000,000 units, they're gonna give us more time, and nope. And also the PS2 being a bitch to work for. I think I've seen Amy complain about that. Really, the other way Soul Reaver 2 would have remained more or less what was intended is if they just focused development on PS1 and Dreamcast and got it out no later than like January, February 2001. That's the only way it could have worked. I don't think that's a particularly controversial statement to make. What the fuck was the bridge I activated? So this bridge? I think it's this bridge. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. They forced retailers, my favorite part was they forced retailers who wanted to carry the Jaguar to also carry the Lynx, and apparently a good chunk of them said, ew, fuck no, who wants the Lynx? Seriously, regulatory stupid. Okay, they solved everything. Really gotta take in how beautiful this all looks. The architecture. There we go. Next cutscene.
Janos Audrin?
No, I'm Duke Nukem.
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt. Raziel? My child, what have they done to you?
Wow, the remastered model looks amazing.
Dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For
Drunk
thousands
man.
of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I've seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No!
Man, that delivery of that line in Ascendus is one of the biggest memes. How do you go? I mean, I know that Michael Bell is
My
older,
surroundings whirled sickeningly,
but
and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
yeah, he was already a himbo with the original model. Now he's even more. But seriously, it's a great looking model. I'm really impressed. I actually think I like Soul Reaver 2 as a remaster more than Soul Reaver 1, even if Soul Reaver 1 comes with a lot more quality of life features. Because the models really fit well. It's a shame that the texture resolution bullshit. Because I imagine the textures they have now, with just slightly more resolution, like just twice the resolution, it would look fucking fantastic. But, you know. Can't always have everything in life, I suppose, right? Raziel, where's your Reaver? Raziel, your Reaver is invisible. Okay, now it's visible. Okay, have the French is better than this. You know, there's a question I have to ask about Soul Reaver 1. When they cut the Reavers, the only forge that survived was the Water Reaver Forge in Rahab's territory, but they replaced it with the Fire Reaver instead. Why did they not just keep the Water Reaver? Because it was easier to imbue with fire than than with water. Because water would require like cascades or having to actually jump into water to imbue it with water. Or just because fire looks cooler than water. It's always something that kind of bugged me a bit, that they could have kept the Water Reaver, that would have been easier. Because Sunlight Reaver runs into the problem that you have few places to imbue it. Yeah, okay. I really would like to ask Amy on questions about, but not the usual questions about, oh, you know, I guess the cut content. More so how the design of Survey 1 came about. Like, you remember the combat system in '98? You have the Lighthouse demo. And you remember how how it's completely different from the final. That kind of questions, how will the design of Survey 1 evolve? Like, for instance, Reaver executions seem to have been like a response to having to remove the elemental Reavers, because the idea with the Reavers is that you could execute enemies. And I know that seems a lot of talk about design and everything, but even Amy herself said that Survey 1 was actually over-designed. But that's what I find really fascinating about that game. It's one of the reasons I mentioned that the combat is far better than fucking... No, not better than fucking, but better than people give it credit for. Because yes, the story could stun enemies, but you need to find elemental Reavers. That way you could actually kill the enemies. And the first 3 elemental Reavers you can get are actually weaker than the next 3, because it takes 2 heads versus 1. I always found that really fascinating. Just the warrior type. The Light Reaver. What do I use the Light Reaver for? There's gotta be something I gotta shoot at. It's combat time! She says. No, excuse me. It's combat time with the energy of somebody who's fucking dead inside. Oh, there it is. Fucking fight. There we go. I couldn't fucking find it. I was like, I gotta shoot something. What the fuck was it out there? Duh. Man, my observation skills are getting worse. I just don't really watch TV series. You know how I am. Oh well, I hit the right one. I hit the last one. No. Oh wait, I have to go back anyways. Yeah, but I don't like watching series. It's like, I don't know, I just don't. I'm not a big fan. At least that's what Simpsons does. Okay, right. Okay, I got called out there. You're just a boring old man. I'm not boring and I'm not old. I'm just a man. Okay, fine. I'm an old man. Alright. I get it. I have to bring a torch here. Okay. Where's the torches at? Now boring one too. The feather sword probably funny bad. How do I get across the torches? Okay, no. I get it. I need the light Reaver. Light Reaver, but no heavy Reaver. What? Oh, fucking hell. Fucking blood, man. No, you did. Fuck. I nearly got it, but fuck it. Gotta try again. Fucking blood too, man. I don't know why. I just remembered every shit going, damn! Like, he was really angry. No, 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 no! Don't get stuck! Don't get stuck! I was gonna try to crouch up for there. Well, yeah, fuck it. Last part is actually quite tricky. It doesn't look like it, but wait, no. Epa! Epa! Oh, you can see to the geometry a bit. There we go. There we go! Even the platform here is actually quite good. Holy shit. Really, the last part of the Silver 2 really is fucking good. That I can more than parry around James. So James isn't doing it for me. My god. Chill. Yeah, the camera is the biggest side here, sorry. I mean, you can control it with the stick, but how the fuck can you... It's kind of hard. If this was like Story 1 where you can control the camera, you know, with L2 and R2, that's a different story. Almost like this was designed around Story 1's camera system than Story 2's. I don't know how to say it. That's fine. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's... I forgot about that. The
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
I get the feeling they didn't put water here because water is as cool as fire. Why does it give you a health upgrade if you're already at max? I know that somebody's gonna make a joke, but because future the game is the game was unfinished, but you know. No, I'm not fucking reading that. What the fuck, Eller? What the fuck? One thing I was gonna say, I know it's not fully implemented in the Story 1 builds we have, but if there was one thing that was interesting about the Elemental Reavers is that it's a lot more diegetic, it's a lot more, or you could say much more immersive, how you imbue the Reavers how you were supposed to imbue the Reavers in Story 1. Like with sound, it would be like bells. So only the Silent Cathedral and like the final fight. And the reason I bring this up is because I suspect the reason we got these things is because it's a lot easier for a designer to put just, oh, here's this mysterious elemental whatever, and you have the element you want, versus having to, okay, how do we make like a cascade of water or a pool of water that makes sense so you can imbue it with water? How we have to put bonfires for fire. what parts should we put like rays of sunlight for sunlight or stone? Sound again. Sound is the biggest problem. I know that sound isn't in this game. Spirit is probably the easiest because it's just imbue the soul with the enemy soul. But my point is that I suspect that was a problem they ran into Soul 1's level design, and this was the solution. Yeah, that's really bad.
Hold him!
Man, remaster.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
Man, the Seraphim remaster models look amazing.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
That's Duma.
Remember the sword!
I have to admit that the Seraphim remaster Raziel looks amazing.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
The models in Soul 2 look generally amazing.
Perhaps this was my true purpose.
Like, Seraphim Remastered Raziel looks like a fucking
Save
sociopath.
your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
I forgot how sad Raziel gets in this scene. Give me a break, I'm dying here!
Away from Janos' body,
I'm dying!
I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Seraphim dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Seraphim brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
That is everything. All that was a Bristol group bought my order. Remember, Arcade, that we saw that fortress collapse? Raziel caused it. Really does leave a lot of questions about what really is free will. Like, Soul 1 ends with the idea, it doesn't matter if you count the cut ending, same shit, that free will is an illusion. And Soul Reaver 2 is a unique analysis of that. Oh no, not the fucking demons again! Fuck, motherfucker.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future.
Why do we
For
have
here
ball
they were,
sacks on the back?
hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
Those are acid reservoir in the future. They look like ball sacks. It kind of reminds me of like, or like, if not like the butt hairdo, you know, from Dracula, from Coppola's Dracula. Remember that shit? Restore the heart to get. Ah! Acid tongue. Mortal Kombat defenders of the realm, so the acid tongue. Peace story novel. Eat alone was just until saw you think that she was so disappointed, especially after Himbo Janos. Why is Seraphim Racial spoony? Oh no! I missed that comment! Why the fuck do you say? Oh, you know! I cannot look at that one! No! He's spoony! Yes! He's spoony! He looks like Spoony! No! No! I can't get it out of my head now! He's spoony! No! I can't unsee it! I just can't fucking unsee it now!
Do you really think you can save Noskov? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
You know, these evils are easier than the ones from like than the second, third of the game. It's like, what the fuck? Oh. I would. It alone was forced for you and you alone. Give me a break. Past me, future, future me, past. Just don't tell Sal you think that she was so disappointed, especially after Himbo Janus. What was that comment for? Forgot. It alone was forced for you and you alone. Give me a break. I'm dying here. The audio files of Story 1 and 2 are easy to edit because they're OGC files. You could totally do that. Just have Shadow say, give me a break, I'm dying here. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, an Embracer group bought by developers. I would restore the heart to Janos. I would thus author Nosco's first restored content mod. So I was really looking forward to Cypher Raziel. I did like how he turned out. Oh. Well, but him looking like a sociopath, he looked like a sociopath even in the original, but it's much more pronounced here. That's good. A human Raziel looked like a fucking social fucking... Not human fucking, human... Like not human sociopath, sociopath. Fucking hell. No, again with the DMC bullshit. I would like if the fire we could at least do more damage.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
Give me a second, I'm saving. She changed her mind after seeing Jake Palowski's model for the Finance Remastered Ascendance pack. Oh, there's an Ascendance pack for the Finance Remastered? Oh, I think you told me, yeah. Oh no, that's fucking awful. Okay, when they play the Finance Remastered, it's gonna be with the Ascendance models. No, fucking stop. Fuck you, vampire. But I'm not a vampire. I'm a human being. Motherfucker. Motherfucker's made of sterner stuff, I tell ya. Sure like to suck the life out of me, though. Oh, no, that doesn't... I don't know, man. I don't have fun with. No, but fuck. Jesus. I like how he didn't even react to the fucking force projectile. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't mean that. You know, I think I spoke to someone. It's like, oh, the last Sword 2 is the best part. Oh, demons! Demons everywhere! What is this, Doom 3? Ah, no, wait, there's no imp behind a door. Speaking of that, I'm surprised that there are way fewer doors in Sword River 2 than in Sword River 1. Is it because the demons actually take way less damage in this part of the game? You know, I think I just like how they remove, you know, how in Sword River 1 you could tell how much health an enemy had in the Spectral Realm because, you know, they had because they had like you know, that little glow. That was something I really liked about Sword River 1. Sword River 2 removed that, and I don't know why. Because it's legitimately a good way of allowing you to know how much an enemy in the Spectral Realm had, how much health. With the vampire enemies here, they keep getting more bloody up. It was nice. It's a nice immersive way of showing you how much. I came for that part, right? Yeah, I came for that part. It was a good way of telling you how much health your enemies had, and Sword River 2 got rid of that, and I don't get it. I legitimately don't get why they did that. Because I don't know, it's like one of those what I mentioned, one of those design choices where I don't really understand why something was downgraded. It can't have been technical reasons. And I swear, I'm not trying to be a nitpicking asshole. It's just stuff I noticed about Soul River 2. If there's an air Reaver imbuement here, I'm picking up because it's the best Reaver. By a mile. I wish the Fire Reaver did like a bit more damage or something. It's kind of sad how, barring the puzzle powers, the Reavers themselves don't actually do anything different. I know that's because it's tied to the Scrap Reaver enhancement system. I know it's tied to that, but it still doesn't. It still doesn't not suck. You know? No, they give you an Air Force here. It's almost like everything was predestined. Okay, let's we'll go here. The rules are pretty on the one in Sword River 2. Kind of crazy how all of them get to shine in the fires. Oh.
You shall not pass.
I'm not even making a Lord of the Rings joke. That's too easy. way too fucking easy for me. Again, you gotta remember that Kurt Hardline was a Lord of the Rings nerd. I know. It's just it's too easy for me to make the joke. We shall not pass gas. This game came out before the first Lord of the Rings film. Yeah, I know. I know. Seriously, go to the other. Seriously, go to the other room. You know, the one river that I wish had been finished and implemented in Soul River 2 is the Earth River. The Earth River was supposed to make you... the coding, I think, it still exists in the final. It makes you be able to go... to be actually able to run and walk and jump and shit underwater. Which really seems fucking fascinating. Like, it basically turned an underwater level into a completely different level. That's just a fascinating idea of the Earth River. Yeah, we didn't get anything of that. Match the Soul River 2 faster. Yeah, Soul River 2 faster would be like a 2-hour game. And that's without knowing anything. It's like it doesn't have... It has to not have faster, otherwise there's no game. Or there's like half a game. I know I'm being really cynical, but seriously.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Walk, jump. This shit on the one. No, I really said that. That's so unfortunate. The Earth will allow you to shit on the water. Yeah, collectibles and secrets, but it's like at the same time you also need a better combat system. You really need a better combat system. And the removal of vampire enemies means that that you can't, you know, finish. You don't need to finish enemies anymore. Basically means that you're forced to. Excuse me. That it inherently makes the combat system less unique. All right, so we're to recreate the Story 1 energy. That's basically just the PS1 Soul River 2. You forgot to mention the downsides. Wait, what were you talking about? Oh, well, lower geometry. I mean, unless you, I don't know, you were talking about like Dreamcast Soldier 1 engine. Oh, well, remaster engine. Oh, there's gonna be a demon here. Oh, fuck me. Come on!
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool.
He thinks he can change his destiny. I really hate how the Spectre, they don't vaporize. It's just poof, like nothing. That's so lame coming from Soldier 1. Oh fuck, we call him fuck me time 23. He thinks he can still play Destiny. Sonny shut down the service. What a fool. Use recordings of the remaster for cutscenes. Nah, fuck it, go full PS4. Use recordings for the remaster for cutscenes. It's still an interesting idea. I was thinking about how Soldier 2 would look like. You know, Soldier 1 level assets. Yeah, it'd be a really cool remake. But yeah, we are really close to finishing Soul Reaver 2. Oop. I'm surprised there are no dogs here. I guess dogs didn't exist at this point in time in Nosgoth's history. Too bad no one will make. Yeah, he still mentions that. The line never changes. If I recall correctly, there's no alternate version of the line. The Sapphire had woman instead. Really makes you wonder about Mobius' mob. No! No! What the fuck? Raziel, insert the Reaver there. Okay, now with this, I need to get the light Reaver. I shoot the crystal. Where the fuck is the light? There we go. Just say lots of. I'll have to get it from the other side. I have to go all the way up there. Fucking! Ah! You know what? Fuck. Get over here, you fucking bitch. over here. Are you two? Wait, the bald bitch or something? Get the fuck over here. Fucking having a good time with you. But they're all bald. I guess the Seraphim had a bald finish. I mean, I don't judge, but they're bald, right? Or is it like a headdress? I'm just not seeing it. Right, well, fuck it. Bald bitch. Wolverine. I do honestly. Wait, really? Well, women are like, man was just wrong. I see.
Seize him!
No, she is bald. Go.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid.
Oh, I forgot about the photo mode.
Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to see.
Oh, you're gonna go, Heather. We're about to finish Soul Reaver 2.
So,
Alright.
here we are, finally.
See ya.
You have no choice but to confront me now. And I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to do.
Alright, Yeller, thanks for stopping by.
You
See
knew
ya.
I would lead the Seraphim to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose? Corrupting everything you encounter.
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. It's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin. Now that I had taken it up, the Reaver and I were inescapably joined. The harder I tried to release the blade, the more tightly my hand gripped the hilt, as if possessed of its own will. The Reaver exerted some mysterious power over me. It sustained my energy, enabling me to prolong my physical manifestation indefinitely. In fact, bonded to the blade as I was, I could no longer shift into the spirit realm at will. Nor was I able to summon the Reaver's twin, for my Wraithblade had been disabled in the confrontation with Mobius.
I mentioned this because I wanted to trigger that because that's something that I discovered when I played Solar 2 for the first time, that there's actually explanations if you try to switch to either go to the Spectral Realm or the other thing. You're also invulnerable. What Raziel meant with the physical manifestation indefinitely, it means that he's completely invulnerable. You can't die.
Come to take your revenge, demon.
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their life.
Why do you say holy shit?
I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
See, you can't die. That was right. Yeah. See how my health instantly regenerates? See how he absorbs the blood? You know, I really wish there was like some sort of throw option. You can't throw the Reaver either. Not a surprise, but still. Oh my god, stop fucking blocking, Melchiah! Just fucking die! Oh, Jesus! How many bitch slaps is gonna take? I do have to say,
Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade. I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
it's interesting because in Blood Omen 1, where you use the Soul Reaver, it has a sound when you hit it. It does, it's like this demonic sound. And instead just gives enemies. It's explicitly stated that that it devours the souls of its enemies. This, on the other hand, devours the blood of its enemies. No, not that one. What's the fucking door that I opened? Not that. No, it's there. Oh, there we go. It's this one.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
That's
You'll
Duma.
have to get through us first.
My former
And
brethren,
Rahab.
Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
I know that running in circles, swiping seems stupid, but it's the most effective way to get enemies to stop fucking blocking. Also, they can't block backwards, so... Oh my god! Oh, yeah, you get the stab him. But it still absorbs the blood. How many fucking hits is Duma gonna take? A soul rave is another thing. False market. That's a blood rave, not a soul.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
I really like the remaster models there. Oh, even as you hit you hit Terrell, he actually absorbs the blood. My god, just... I feel they should have less health. You can't lose these fights. It's like, it's the antithesis of some of one's boss fights. And he's absolutely done so on purpose. These are the only bosses in Soul Reaver 2. And they're literally impossible to lose. Like, that's a plot point. And this is the final boss fight.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. Would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
My god, just fucking die already! There we go. And that's what we were doing.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me.
This is a really great ending, by the way.
Terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this, Kain? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement.
The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
And that's Soul Reaver 2. You know, I know people complain, oh, it's a cliffhanger, but it's one of the best fucking cliffhangers I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen this. That is legitimately one of the best fucking cliffhangers I've ever seen. The revelation of everything. Just amazing. And as a result of what happened, Blood Omen 2 exists. Overall, I'm not sure what to say about Soul Reaver 2. The last third of the game is really good, except for that little part of the backtracking. Just because it's mostly focused on the story, it has the best puzzle section with Janos Ulrich's retreat at the Fireforge. Whenever it's about puzzles, Soul Reaver 2 is really good for the most part. Whenever it's about combat, which is a lot of the middle act of the game is mediocre at best. As for the presentation, I'm not really sure what I could say. I mean, from a technical standpoint, the game is fantastic. No denying that. From an art direction standpoint, I think it's pretty good. It's just a little more generic compared to Soul Reaver 1. Unfortunately, it has to be to an extent because it's much more of a direct sequel to Blood Omen 1. So we get the more medieval Nosgoth instead of the post-apocalyptic Nosgoth that we had in Soul Reaver 1. But there's still some really good art direction, like the chapel. The Starfight Chapel looks amazing. Or some other places like Janos Ulrich's Retreat. The music, I think, is pretty decent. Janos Ulrich's Retreat is fucking fantastic, the song as well. That's the best part of Soul Reaver 2 by a mile. I forgot how good that part was. It's kind of weird. I would say 8 out of 10, but it's a very hard game to rate. You can avoid most of its bad aspects for the most part, thankfully. But it is a game you play mostly for just the sense of adventure with the puzzles and the story. That's what you really play Soul Reaver 2 for. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a great game if we can look past the mediocre combat. What do you think about this ending, Arkham? I don't know if you noticed, but you saw that when Raziel stabs himself, there's a full circle on the ground, like a snake eating its tail. When he shifts to Spectral, that serpent, that snake, grows wings. Fucking brilliant ending. Fucking brilliant. And you know what's the funny thing is, Soul River 2, with that ending, you would think is probably the most depressing Legacy of Kain game just because of its ending. You would think this is the end for everything, but everything turns up from this point forward, shockingly enough. But anyways, yeah. Fascinating story. But I really wish Soul River 2 had been properly finished. Which would require a lot more than finishing Soul River 1. It's a lot less work for Soul River 1 versus Soul River 2. Soul River 1's cuts are tragic. Soul River... no, because we're not tragic, are a shame. Soul River 2's content cuts are fucking tragic, whatever was originally planned for this game. Because Amy also mentioned that it wasn't going to end on a cliffhanger, this ended on a cliffhanger, which makes me wonder what was the original ending for Soul River 2. At least 3 of the intended Reavers were caught, the obligatory Reavers, the Water, Earth, and Spirit Reaver. With the Spirit Reaver presumably having been the final Reaver to unlock. You look at the like the pillars, the texture of the pillars. It shows that the Spirit is where it all ties back into. Coincidentally, the Spirit Reaver was the penultimate Reaver you could get in Soul River 1. Penultimate, not last one. The last one was supposed to be the Sound Reaver. But, yeah. Oh, I guess Arkham left. Oops. So I had to take a call. Right at the big reveal. Oh, but you didn't see anything about the reveal? There's no dark... What the reveal was actually for? I could reload and do the last part of the game. The issue is just that it takes ages to fucking kill Raziel's brothers. Weird that the Dark Chronicle isn't here. That could just okay. All right. Yeah, it's just I recommend you check it out because it's a really fascinating ending. It's a cliffhanger ending again, sure, but it's a brilliantly done one. Unlike Soul River 1 where it just stops, this one's brilliant. But anyways, I'm gonna go now. I really recommend you check the Soul River 2 ending out. It's still I think it's a brilliant twist and cliffhanger ending, I think. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm not gonna play Defiance next. I'm gonna wait to see what I play. If I do play a stream another Legacy of Kain game, it's probably gonna be the first Blood Omen game, and then Blood Omen 2, which is the only Legacy of Kain game I haven't beaten. The pleasure was mine. Anyway, see you guys.